Muted everyone, and if anyone has a question, I'll be happy to try and answer it. Does anyone have a question they'd like to ask?
Stuart, I have a question about breathlessness.
About
Sometimes
who?
without breath, sometimes it feels like I don't need to breathe, like my breath stops
Hmm?
or time stops. Is that okay? It feels weird to stop breathing.
Well, you'll breathe, I mean, sometimes the breath diminishes. You don't need it. There's often in this meditation that I'll take one breath, and the opening is so profound that I don't need to continue doing the double breathing exercise for the entire class. So the breath is very simple, it's quiet, sometimes for, a certain amount of seconds, I don't even breathe. Because, when that opening takes place, you're letting the most powerful force in the universe into your system, and it can do a much better job of building us inside than we can. Our job is to get open to receive the energy of God. And there are times in the meditation that you don't have to continue doing the double breathing. It's not a good idea to do the double breathing all the time anyway. You should do it only when you need to do it. When you start thinking, daydreaming, drifting off, then you just recenter yourself and you do the double breathing. But oftentimes, just being open that way, it's not necessary to do that deep breathing because that higher energy is working on you, and it will take care of things that you and I can't do. I mean, it really, brings our consciousness to a much higher level, and we have to surrender to it and allow it to work on us. That's also a very wonderful thing to learn in doing this meditation. When to let higher energy just come in and work on you and not have to force yourself to open. Or, a lot of people try to make themselves get, it doesn't work. All they do is get tighter inside. You just relax, you do the breathing, and if you're really open, that energy works on you. Does anyone else have a question? And as far as time, yes, time can stand still. At the same time that it stands still, it passes by very quickly. It's a kind of paradox, but it's true. There's a kind of timelessness about going into a meditative trance. You break down that whole conception we have of time in yourself, and there becomes a kind of timelessness about this. It's like meditation retreat weekends, they almost are like timeless because the energy is so strong throughout the whole weekend. And at the same time, you feel like it went by in like the blinking of an eye. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? And it's all about getting open enough inside to love oneself, to love the miracle of God's manifestation all around us, to recognize that we live in God's temple, Understand, the chakra system, it just alters in that temple. When they're open, they allow us to experience the miracle of creation taking place around us all the time. And we are right at the center of that creation. Each and every one of us. It's kind of like, the Tibetans have a thing called the Mount Meru mandala, where there's this mountain and it's like 13,000 feet high, and around it is an ocean, and around that is a mountain chain, and it keeps halving. The distance keeps halving, and 13 times this happens. And you think by sitting at the top of Mount Meru, you're sitting directly in the center of the universe, And there are billions of these Mount Merus floating through space, just as there are billions of people living on the earth that all live at the center of creation. And it depends upon how conscious we are and how open we are to all this, Unconscious people, they're not very open to the miracle of creation manifesting around them all the time. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? And it's just, honestly, I repeat it like a broken record. It's just being happy, being open, living with forgiveness, having patience with yourself and other people, recognizing that we all are just human beings, and being human, just by its very definition, is, that we have limitations. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to do things wrong. And then there's forgiveness. There's a higher level than that. And that level is what takes us to God. It takes us to, we work out our karma here on the earth by simply learning to forgive and learning to love and learning to be happy people. And we get off that kind of insipid merry-go-round of illusion and delusion that imprisons most people and controls the life of just about everybody, thinking that it's going to be better. It is. And finally, we have to accept it. Whatever it is, we have to accept it and then use it as a foundation to move on in our life, to grow, to open more, to go deeper inside. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? And I hope that you all just take this home with, well, you're all at home. Take it inside yourself and allow it to really work on you deep inside. I mean, I allow every one of these classes to work on me deep inside. They don't end when I turn off Zoom, And to allow it to change myself, to let me grow, to let me become a more conscious and developed human being inside myself. And to never assume that I've arrived, because that really is, it's like death. Once you assume you've arrived, there's nowhere to go. It's all over. Does anyone else have a question? And everybody thinks, well, if I struggle to break, I'm not going to be a happy person. And I think that's just bullshit. Because I frankly am the happiest when I find myself breaking these things down in myself, opening, growing, knowing that my life is changing. And I don't care what the hell the struggle is. You understand? I know that on the other side of that struggle is a new level of comprehension, a new level of spiritual awakening of, and that's part of the evolution of what we all have to go through. And instead of, beating ourselves up and, because things are difficult, we should be grateful that we are given the foundation and the strength to work through these difficulties so we can get to a place in ourselves that truly is connected, in a profound way to higher energy in the universe, God, whatever you want to call it. Does anyone have a question? Anyone else have a question? Okay, there'll be a meditation class tomorrow evening. And God bless you all, and thank you for being here and doing this, and for allowing each of us to share with each other the need to grow and to have a spiritual life and to partake in this incredible soup. It's really delicious. I mean, I never thought that a computer screen would provide such a delicious soup, and I think it's incredible. And I just feel very blessed that I can participate in this and I can share my life with all of you. And thank you. Bless you all. And hopefully I'll see everybody tomorrow. Same time.
Thank you so
Same
much.
Zoom, same time.
Same Zoom. Thank you, Stu.